Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, huge heat on Gunther after John Cena's last match.
I've got all the backstage reaction to John Cena losing his last match.
Big update on John Cena's WWE future.
And an AEW star returns to the ring for the first time in 2 years. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy H. Murray. The H stands for heat. It's back.
And this is the new studio and the news.
Yeah, this is our new home. Welcome to the very first video. Maybe give us a little bit of room this week. Maybe there'll be a couple of teething problems here and there, but my goodness, look how beautiful this place is. What an upgrade. We're pleased to be here.
Don't look over there, it's not quite finished.
Yeah, that'll come. But for now, we're here, we're cozy, we're comfortable, and we're telling you about the news. Because that's what we do every day.
Anything newsworthy over the weekend, Andy?
Yeah, just a thing or two. So we will be back later on, by the way, today with a full video on John Cena's last match.
Yep.
We're going to talk about the reception to that, why we think it went wrong, and why maybe actually it represents a pretty interesting opportunity if you're Tony Khan in AEW. But first, we're going to talk about the heat on Gunther following this match. And this is freaking awesome. This is the stuff you love to see, and I hope we get more of it. I hope it doesn't go any further because I don't want people to get hurt or anything stupid like that. But the fan heat on this man after beating John Cena in his last match was absolutely immense. Have you seen the video?
I have seen the video.
So if you've not seen it, there's a video of Gunther walking around surrounded by fans. There's a few security guards there getting escorted to his bus because he needed security because people were so pissed off. People are chanting, F you, Gunther, and all of this stuff. They're getting into it. Now, it's not quite a situation like remember the video of Rhea Ripley in Paris getting backed into a car?
Yes.
It's not as creepy and bad as that, right? Where it's like, oh, this is just really uncomfortable. It's people buying into the kayfabe and just getting into it with the heel, which is what this stuff is all about. Now, Fightful Select had a little note on this after the show, noting that the heat was so heavy on Gunther, he legitimately required to be escorted out. So it wasn't just for show. They needed security there. They felt a bunch of fans followed him, basically. To me, this is what pro wrestling's all about, baby. In this era of irony and and things that aren't always, and meta storytelling and things that aren't always taken seriously, it very rarely boils down to goodie versus baddie, right? So when the baddie wins, you are supposed to hate the baddie for it. I feel like when this man shows up on Raw tonight, the heat is going to be insane for him.
I think he should just step in there and say, this is my yard now. No, I think it's going to be incredible. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this continues going forward with Gunther. Yeah, like I say, pump the brakes a little bit with the whole chasing people out of the arena.
Yeah, don't throw anything at him or anything like that, you know.
But and we'll talk more about our opinions with regards to that finish on Saturday in the other news video a little bit later on today.
I'm not even going to tell you what I thought of that finish until the second video.
But this is, huge for Gunther, as if he needed it. He was obviously already a made man before all of this. But now I just think, and I know you've had problems kind of throughout this year, at the very least, with regards to heels getting cheered, i.e. Naomi, who is a heel, cashing in the Money Bank thing, which is always kind of a babyface thing. It's just a pop regardless, but getting cheered, and that's slightly different, obviously, because she was doing it in a heelish way, but she was so beloved that you couldn't really deny that.
Which is a failure to me in the creative, because she shouldn't be beloved. She's a heel.
Well, yes.
So,
but
this is good.
But this is huge for Gunther, and it sparked a load of speculation as to what he does going forward, whether he's going to be like Brock Lesnar's final opponent at WrestleMania or whatever. I mean, that, arguably, in my opinion, babyface is him. But, he's one of those guys now that they will, just hammer into the ground. He tapped out John Cena in his last match.
He's the new legend killer.
Yeah.
He's the new legend killer. You know what? The first thing they should have done when he beat Goldberg, specifically, is he should have picked up a microphone and went, John Cena, you're next. And built to this whole thing. But what he should do next year, we've heard talk of various retirement tours. He should retire AJ Styles. He should retire Chris Jericho. He should retire Brock Lesnar. He should go, I'm the new legend killer. And Randy Orton should step up and he should get retired as well.
Oh, I like that.
And then finally, in 20 years or something, Gunther gets retired by the next guy up. Whenever he wants to stop wrestling.
Keep passing it along. Yeah, look, this is slightly scary, like I say, but really exciting. And like you say, I'm very excited to see how this goes forward into Monday Night Raw.
Boo the bad guy.
Yeah.
I love it. Let us know what you think.
I think he has to open the show, surely. Walks out, just soaks it all in.
No music.
Oh, I'd have him do full dresses for John Cena.
Boo, boo, boo. Imagine Gunther in jorts.
But let's talk the backstage reaction to John Cena losing, because obviously there was a huge reaction to it online. And more updates on this. There were plenty of people on both sides of the fence regarding the finish of Cena's last match, with most on the creative/booking side in favour of it. Plenty of talent, yes, did wish that John Cena would have been booked to win, but understand the reality of Gunther winning and the booking subsequently moving forward. No experience of any talent livid about the finish, and Triple H apparently had a smile on his face in gorilla position and reacted backstage to the boos the same way he did on camera, laughing them off because, Washington DC, not the biggest Triple H fan after that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Like Pollard spoke a little bit about the AEW chants and stuff that he was getting on yesterday's news. So, did you see the video of Bayley and CM Punk?
Yes.
Bayley did not. She didn't
missed the
happy.
finish.
She was like, "What the hell?"
I think I just missed the finish.
Yeah. And
We
she's
gotta
like,
go.
God, let's get out of here. So I'm not surprised that the backstage reaction is split, because before this event, there was reports of people thinking that Cena should win and people who think he should lose. And there was people who were not too, they thought maybe Gunther wasn't the right guy, or maybe it should have been someone else.
I mean, I think that conversation has been put to bed, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. And that was reflected in the fan base online. There's people who just hate Gunther and think he's boring. I think you're boring. I'm only joking. I don't think you're boring at all. We can have differences.
You're wrong.
You wrong.
We could agree with you, but then we'd all be wrong.
We need to call in a referee for this one. You're wrong, Rennie. Legend. Get him in. What's he up to these days?
I have no idea.
Uriah Rennie.
I'm always scared when I have these conversations because I'm going to Google someone and be like, oh no.
Yeah, I think he's a martial artist, Uriah Rennie. So don't mess with
anything.
Don't mess with the ref. Anyway, Premier League referees aside, I'm not surprised to hear that it was a bit divided, because it's been divided amongst fans as well. So I'm not shocked.
No, exactly. And I'm glad to hear that at least amongst the backstage talent, they might have disagreed with it, but they understand the justification going forward. We'll get more into that later on.
Yes, we shall. Right, let's talk now about what on earth is my second star. I literally just looked at it.
John Cena?
Yeah. Update on his future. What's happening with him now? So usually in pro wrestling, when someone retires, it's hard to take it seriously a lot of the times because Terry Funk, we say it every single time. But wrestling retirements don't always stick. Ric Flair had his big TV final bye-bye, and then he went and wrestled for TNA a couple of months later.
Not long. It was like, oh, what a wonderful send-off. Oh, he's back.
Yeah. I think John Cena's less of a carny than Ric Flair. So I think his has a higher chance of sticking. But Fightful Select have clarified that WWE is adamant that John Cena is not wrestling again, and they don't plan on asking him to. We'll see. We'll see. Mm-hmm. We'll see in a couple of years, WWE. Not criticizing Fightful's reporting, by the way. I just it's wrestling, Yeah. They might be adamant right now, but that can change. Also, Fightful note that Cena will be making further appearances, so he's not gone forever, on screen and off. But they aren't sure what the on-camera stuff is actually going to be.
He's an ambassador for 5 years, isn't he?
Yeah, 5-year contract as an ambassador, so he's still going to be around. It's not like he's just vanishing into the ether. Also, it's John Cena. He does films and TV.
He does now, yeah.
He's not exactly going to vanish into the wilderness.
No, I watched that Tom Rinaldi interview over the weekend, and whilst I didn't really learn anything from it, it was very sort of cagey and sort of very... I think also the difficulty was, presumably they were recording this because they've been teasing this for months. Presumably they recorded this quite a while back when he didn't really know how this. I think they might actually do another one. Yeah. That's certainly what they seem to allude to, that once this is all kind of finished, then we can really get into the meat of it all. Personally, as always, I preferred the Chris Van Vliet interview, but that's a given. Love Chris. But he was very adamant in there. I did take from that he was like, no, this is it. And this is not like, he also sort of went into more detail with regards to not just saying, this is it and I can't work anymore. He was like, I kind of owe it to the fans, especially the ones who've parted with a lot of money, to say they were there, to not just be like, I'll be back at Mania. Yeah. He probably will be at Mania in the next couple of years, whether or not in an ambassadorial role or the Hall of Fame, one would assume.
This is it.
Surprised he hasn't already been announced. I thought they were going to do that maybe at the end of the show on Saturday night.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got they've already got their headliner for next year.
Granted.
You can't put John Cena under Stephanie McMahon, brother. She
discovered him.
She
or
did.
whatever it saved her career.
Yeah, she discovered John Cena. She saved
At
women's
the back
wrestling.
of her own bus. Oh, there you are.
Actually, she invented women's wrestling.
She did.
Yeah.
She didn't just revolutionise it, she invented it.
Mildred Burke, move aside. She built it from ground up. The laboratory of Stephanie McMahon.
But yeah, I think at least in 2026, I don't see John Cena wrestling again. That's as far as I'm willing to go right now.
I agree. I don't think he'll wrestle next year, but listen, I don't believe you, John. I don't believe you.
And also, to circle back to an earlier story, anytime John Cena appears, have an interaction with Gunther.
Boom. There you go.
Just remind them, whether it be like...
Just a little.
Just like John Cena's walking back and maybe Gunther's a world champion at that point and he just walks past him with a belt, or even just like, out of the way, John, it's time for me to talk now. You know, people who can actually still wrestle.
Yeah. Go to sleep, tap out, give up.
That's the message to children everywhere.
That's it. That's
Kids,
it.
give up.
That should have been his message, you know, when he turned heel. He should have gone super misanthropic with it and just been like, give up.
Give up, accept it.
Yeah. Just stop trying.
Goes on like Diary of CEO. I give up. That's my big strategy.
Imagine that. 3-hour interview, give up.
High performance podcast, give up. So,
Yeah, low performance podcast in this case.
Yeah.
Just in the case of John Cena.
Yes.
Yeah.
I met the bloke behind the, not Jake Humphrey, the other one, recently.
Nice.
Nice guy, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But he told me to give up
Yeah,
podcasting.
he did. We are the low performance podcast. Yeah, that's good.
Well, at least until next year now. We've got this new studio built. Next year, we'll get in the gym probably. I'm not sure if I'm going to fit in this chair. Is that good? Are you meant to be able to fit into chairs when you're jacked?
My induction's on Wednesday. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, book mine.
Off to a flying start here at WhatCulture. Was this our 4th office? Because the first one was before our time.
Yes, yeah, I was going to
like
say. I was going to say you counted my bedroom as one of them because that's where my office was for a bit.
Technically 5 because there was the
London,
cursed London office.
Never went there.
Yeah, and then there was one in like near Chinatown in Newcastle.
Near like the theatre and stuff.
Yeah.
Area.
There was one over there in Gateshead. There was one in deepest, darkest Gateshead, which is where we've just come from. And now we're balling and falling and stalling.
Hopefully, I think podcast videos will be going live tomorrow, but don't quote me on that one. But that's an awesome studio as well. Oh, gaming, you've got a lovely one as well. Film and TV, it's genuinely. And also, just because we're in here doesn't mean that, by the magic of time, old videos in the old studio.
Yeah, there will be a couple.
Out.
There will be a couple of old studio videos going out over the next few weeks, but those will die off.
Yeah, we smashed it to pieces and burnt it to the ground now.
Yeah, I mean, you should have seen the raw footage of that. They were unhinged, man. They went mental. It took them a whole 50 minutes.
Yeah. You want a very well edited supercut? I'm sure it's all over our social media.
Only well edited because it was so chaotic.
Right, do you want some good news to end this news video with?
Yeah, let's go.
The Blade of Butcher and the Blade fame of AEW has finally made his long-awaited in-ring return nearly 2 years after he last stepped foot inside the squared circle. He made his return at the weekend at the Blissmas 25 event in Buffalo. His first match, Andy, this is since February of 2024.
Yep.
That is because, if you may remember, way back in April of 2024, the Blade talked about having a lower back injury, and then subsequently in September of last year, he underwent, always horrible to read this, fusion back surgery. AEW, very good at them, took care of all of the finances and that side of things. But yeah, it was kind of touch and go, I think, for a while as to whether we'd ever see him back in a wrestling ring. I know you're a huge fan of the Butcher and the Blade, so I want to pass this over to you. But just regardless of how you feel about AEW, or even if like you've seen a match of the Blade, just nice to hear someone be able to go back and do what they love.
Yeah, this is it. 2 years, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Fusion surgery always sounds really scary. I saw the photos, I saw the videos. They look to be in great shape, which is good. Yeah, look, this is a totally biased news segment. I don't care. They're my favorite tag team, so I'm happy that he's back. And I hope that this leads to them getting used, because AEW has not booked the Butcher since January.
No, and
right?
it's weird because, I get it. They work best as a tag team, I agree. But he is a
solid bruiser.
A perfect guy to just be like, we need a babyface to get over someone who looks intimidating. Yeah. There he is.
We need a scary dude for the hero to beat. He's great at that. I don't understand why you're not booking the Butcher, AEW. It's weird to me that you haven't used this man since January. But hopefully this leads to the tag team getting on TV, because I love them, man. I love their energy. I love their metal aesthetic. I love their promos. where they're talking, just calling people crumbs. It's like, take your dirty hand, stick it in your pocket, pull out a quarter, stick it in the telephone, dial 1-800-SEE-YA.
I forgot about that.
Great
promo.
stuff.
Should we watch that again? Yeah.
Great stuff. I love them. I want to see them back on TV. Look,
Tag division's looking good in AEW now, isn't it?
So they can turn up and go, hey, tag teams, and then kick their asses.
Oh, do the
look,
butcher walk. I can't do it now.
I can't do the lunges, man. Andy Williams is a powerful man, and I am not that powerful. Look, wrestling fandom is all about your cult favorites. Look, if we have a conversation and I ask who's your favorite wrestlers, and you just say Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, and The Rock, we probably don't have anything in common, brother. Like, I want to know about your mid-carders. I want to know about your cult favorites. And these are my guys.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
Here. I love them. I hope they're back on TV.
Happy for the Blade, yeah. Great to see him back in a wrestling ring, and hopefully, like you say, we see him in AEW very soon.
Hope they beat FTR.
I agree.
Why not? Why not? Let's go.
Let's go for it. Who cares?
Yeah. Stop being silly and push the Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah, and join us for the interesting news video later on today, talking all about the result of John Cena's
We're going to break it down. We're going to give you every angle. We're going to try and figure out why everyone is so pissed off. I think we've already figured it out.
Yes.
I'll tell you we haven't even told you what we think about that shit. So stay tuned. Video's on your screen right now. It's probably taking over this TV. I might be off camera right now. I have no idea. First time in here.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye.
See you later.